Ahoy hoy! So I'm Jishnu from Geek Fruit, and I have with me Shamik Dasgupta from Yali Dream Creations and Speech Bubble Entertainment. Today we got to talk about Rakshak, which is your latest comic that's out from Yali Dream Creations. So could you tell us a little bit about it?
Rakshak is basically about this guy who is a retired army officer. During his last mission, he goes through something very grueling and something devastating happens to him, for which he loses his left hand. Okay, and after that what happens is like he tries to settle back in Delhi with his NRI sister and brother-in-law and his niece. And then once again something happens to his family that actually devastates him. And what happens is after that he takes a decision, subconsciously almost, to become a vigilante. So basically this guy, he doesn't have any superpowers, he doesn't have his left hand, and still he thinks that he can become a superhero. I don't want to give too much about it because it's also somehow related to a big incident that happened not very long back. And that is also somewhat, it has left a shadow in the story. You know what I'm talking about, that Delhi rape case. So that somehow inspired me to write this story in a way or the other. We are speeding up our production. Rakshak Part 2 is coming in December in Delhi Comic Con, and Part 3 will come in March. So like we are really speeding up the whole story. And this is going to be, I believe that this is going to be my best story so far. Like I have never dealt with superheroes so much.
Right.
I have dealt with mythology, dark characters, you know, like TNT is somewhat like, you know, like,
TNT is somewhere in a really interesting in-between between a superhero and a
like it's
and
more
a
like John
demigod.
Constantine, you know.
Yeah.
John Constantine but with his own quirks.
Sure.
So that way TNT is very different. Caravan, which tells the story about vampires, you know, like vampires in India, Banjara vampire, which was like a very gimmicky thing to do. So people liked it. And as it happens that presently we have got a movie deal for Caravan.
Whoa, you have a movie deal for Caravan.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So you're going to adapt the entire series?
I don't know, like that's up to them. You know, like they are big guys. You know, like
Can we know who it's with?
no, we can't reveal anything right now. That will come from the production house. But it is in safe hands. This much I can tell
Sure.
you.
Do we have a vague timeline that we know of anything?
Like in 2017, I'm expecting there should be an announcement, and the director who is his first movie is coming in I think in end of this year or beginning of next year, and it has got a big star cast like some of the A-listers in Bollywood, and I think his second movie will be Caravan. See, now the trend, what is going on is mostly biopics, sports movies and stuff like that.
Right.
This trend will slowly, you know, like it will go down and a new trend will start. I think the next trend will be adaptations of comics, graphic novels and superheroes.
Will this adaptation be in English or in Hindi?
Hindi,
In
proper
okay,
Bollywood movie.
Oh, straight up. Will there be included dance sequences and things like that? And item?
Because Caravan is like that. We try to create a new genre with this. We are calling it masala horror, which is like slightly different from what Vikram Bhatt does. Vikram Bhatt does, I don't know, it doesn't make any sense anyway. He's doing the same story for the last 10 years. Every movie he releases, it's the same story. So anyway, but you know, like we are trying to do something different. We are trying to introduce the concept of vampires in India and making it intrinsically Indian. So that is something which is very different with Caravan. So hoping the way, you will see the way Rakshak is written, it is also almost tailor-made to be made into a movie. So you will read, as you read the book, you will see that how it is, you know, like you'll feel that you are watching a movie rather than reading a comic.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for your time. Keep tuning into Geek Fruit for more about Indian comic authors, man. This is the place to be.
Thank you.
You nerds.